Hello everyone and welcome to round 3 of the Elimination League Racing Series. We're here in Baku in Azerbaijan today for a race which I'm very excited for. But first of all, we've got one shot qualifying to decide the starting grid. Make sure you watch to the very end, especially to the sprint free-for-all right at the end of the video, which was an absolute banger. It looks as though it's been a very close qualifying session, but surely it will be Chardinho, just the long straight now to go. Is it going to be Chardinho? Yes it is, with a 1:37.6, just a little bit ahead of Sunboy, who's also just a bit ahead of the Beast, and behind him Sammy, Louis, Guga, Raf, Iceblade, Mucker and Willie in P10. It is now time for the 25% race. We've got 13 laps ahead of us here in Baku. The lights aren't even out, but we are underway already. A good start from the Mercedes there of Iceblade. They're almost 3 wide into the first corner, but it's Sunboy who takes the lead from the Beast. Chardinho's lost 2 places right at the start. Sunboy, oh, there's an instant there. The Mercedes of Iceblade, he's gone wide and he's hit the wall. The other Mercedes of the Beast has also hit the wall as well. But it is Sunboy who is leading, with Chardinho not far behind, just a few attempts. Is he going to go for a move? He's going to go for it. No, he's hit Sunboy into the runoff and he's hit the wall himself. And the Beast now takes the lead, following Sammy and Iceblade as well. What a crazy start that was. And what on earth is going on here? There's some... Looks like Guga and Mucker have been caught up here. And it's been an absolutely rotten start for Chardinho, who started from pole. He's now up to P4 after overtaking Willie. And looks like Iceblade's going to go for a move on Sammy. They're going to go wheel to wheel into the castle section. Who's going to come out in front? It's just about Sammy. That was some good racing. But Iceblade's coming back at him. Oh, and he spun. He tried to go down the inside, but he spun out. And now it is the Beast from Sammy, from Willie, who started from P10, so what a lap 1 it's been for him. There's Chardinho, they're going to go wheel to wheel. Willie just about stays ahead. Can Chardinho, can he go down the inside? Oh, they're both in the wall, and Chardinho somehow got through. I'm not sure if it was a brake check or Chardinho going to the back of Willie in the McLaren, but somehow, one way or another, Chardinho is through. And Sunboy, who is now up to P4 actually after taking Willie, but again, not a great start for him. And there's a McLaren that's gone around as Willie. He's gone around, he's spun on the high speed little kinks on the main straight. Well, he had up and he's taken out his McLaren teammate as well. Iceblade goes up to P8. Absolute chaotic lap 1 as Louis with the brake check. That is a very good defensive move. Raf just about managed to avoid fully spinning. Oh, I think that's Mucker actually, sorry. A very good defensive move as Willie. Is he going to go down the inside of Iceblade? He thought about it. Oh, he's hit the wall, but he has got through. Oh, and he's spun. Alright, here we go. We've got Chardinho who's going to try and go next to Sammy. There's a lovely exit. He's got a nice little switch back there. Sammy's going to go into him. Ah, and Chardinho's been spun round. Will the McLaren try and go down the inside? No, he won't. He will hold back this time. But he's got a lovely slipstream here. He's going to go down the inside of Mucker. It looks like they touched. I think Mucker hit him and Willie's gone round. Not for the first time. He has spun at the exit of turn 1, and I think that time might have been contact with the Ferrari. But here we go. We've got Chardinho and Sammy. Chardinho spun when they tried to race before, but he's back now. He's hit him again and he's spun again. Oh, it looked like Sammy might have brake checked him there, which sent him into a spin. He's got Iceblade on Raf. Little battle for P5. And they almost go side by side through the chicane. And what has happened to Raf? I'm not sure what's happened there. But, well, one way or another, Iceblade is through and he's into P5. Again, Chardinho, this time he's on the back of Iceblade, as Chardinho has struggled in this race. He's going to go, what a move that could be if he pulls it off. Can't quite. Good defending from Iceblade, who just about keeps him behind. Is Chardinho going to go down the inside? He might go for it. He is going to go for it. Surely that can't work. Ah. He carried too much speed, although Iceblade has gone around as well. Can he try and get him on the exit? No, he can't, but Sunboy, little opportunistic move. He's going to go down the inside of the castle section. Lovely move. He is back up into P4. And the two drivers that are on the front row, currently battling in P4 and P5 with Iceblade, just about half a second ahead. It looks like there could be some more trouble here again, as there's barely half a second between these 3 cars. Chardinho's going to go for it. He pushes Sunboy into the wall, and he's been slowed down himself. I mean, the Iceblade will stay ahead by about 4 seconds now. Sunboy tries to push Chardinho into the wall. Doesn't quite work, although Sunboy has just about stayed ahead. This is some incredible racing. We've got Sunboy and Ice Blade. Is he going to go for it? Not quite yet, but he has caught up and he's hit the back of Ice Blade. That was a very light collision, but he has gone round. So Chardinho is now ahead of Sunboy after one of the slowest spins I've seen for a while. And Chardinho sets the fastest lap of the race, and he's catching up to Ice Blade as well very quickly. Right on the back of Ice Blade. Ice Blade goes defensive. He's pushed into Ice Blade. He's going to push him into the wall. He's going to squeeze him into the wall. And that is a fantastic move. And he gets the DRS as well on the main straight. What a move that was. As there is a McLaren round. But is Ice Blade, is he going to try and go for it? Chardinho tries to brake check him. Ice Blade, very quick reactions, but not quick enough on under braking. And Chardinho, after failing to brake check him, pushed him into the wall and takes back P3. What a race for the podium positions this is. Willie is going to go down the only side. Guga, he tried to go for it. He slightly missed and is end up in the turn 1 runoff. Sunboy and Ice Blade once again battle. Ice Blade hit the wall. He's hit the wall, meaning that Sunboy can easily get through. Absolute crazy race here between Chardinho, Sunboy and Ice Blade. Who's that? Is that the Beast who's gone on to the soft tyres? And here, well, here we go. I thought this might have happened, but it is Willie who is P10, 40 seconds behind Guga. He has resorted to parking in the castle section. It was inevitable, and he has failed to take out the first 2 cars that have come past. But he is not going to give this up, trying to find a good parking position as Louis absolutely boots him out of the way. And I think he is just about... Is he going to get through? Willie's going to try and hold him up, but he's spun around himself. And here we go. We've got Ice Blade on Raf, who gets ahead at one of the final proper corners of the track. And Ice Blade back up into P5 after pitting for the soft tyres. But it might not be over yet though, because Raf, who has got a slipstream and will get DRS and is not far behind. But let's see if the Beast will get held up by the McLaren that's parked in the castle section. It's not a McLaren anymore. It's Guga who is this time in the castle section. He's going to hold up the race leader, the Beast, but he just about goes through and gets past, which was very lucky for him. I see a move here. What's just happened there? I think Raf's just hit the wall by himself. He's got the Beast. He's got some trouble ahead of him. He's got Willie at back marker. He wall rides, which is probably a good tactic. He's got another back marker behind him. This could end badly as well. Oh, that is why the Beast is leading this race and won the first round. 200 IQ. Beautiful positioning to get out of the way of the back markers. That really is quite something. Chardinho also getting held up by Guga now as well, as he does set the fastest lap of the race, but he's been spun round into the turn 1 runoff. Now that means Sunboy takes P3. Raf, can he make a move on Louis for P6? Louis gone very defensive, but he's hit the wall and he's gone round, meaning that is an easy overtake for Raf to take P6. But here we go, Sunboy less than half a second behind Sammy, who is in P2 for the Haas. There's just over a lap to go. Sammy tries to brake check him, but it hasn't worked. Sunboy has got through anyway, and is he going to try and send it on Sunboy? No, not yet anyway. And Chardinho is just behind as well. He wants to try and make up some position as well. He started on pole, he's dropped down to P4, and he might have a chance of getting back on the podium here. Sammy looks like he's got not a great exit, and Chardinho, he's going to get the slipstream. He will get DRS. Surely he can get ahead. Although, what can Sammy do to try and keep him behind? Chardinho, where can he try? Sammy went for the brake check, and it hasn't worked again. And Chardinho is through. Sammy has lost 2 places in about half a minute there. And he's dropped out of the podium positions as Guga is parked in the castle section. And this time it looks as though it might be a little bit more effective, as he's stopped the 2 McLarens there. And this might cause some problems for the race leader and, well, pretty much anyone else, as Mucker tries to barge his way through. Has it worked? Not quite. He is still stuck there. And you've got to respect the effort. And he's got through now. Guga has, looks as though he's abandoned the idea. Luckily for the Beast, who is coming through the castle section now. And no, he will not get held up. So I don't think there's anything that can stop him from winning now. On to lap 13. Just a few more corners to go. He won the first round in Monaco. He wasn't there for round 2, but he has won round 3 in Baku. Another very dominant performance from the Beast, who takes victory for the 2nd time this season. It's going to be Sunboy, who started on the front row, had a lot of positions to make up, and he has done it. He's in P2 ahead of Chaldinho, P3. Those two had an incredible scrap throughout the race. Sami comes home to take P4 for the Haas. Pretty good result. I see Mucker and Raf. Looks like they might have a battle on the last lap. And Raf has crashed at the castle section. And Mucker has just picked him up and sent him into the wall on the exit of the castle. What a move that was. Raf hit the wall in the castle section. Mucker just grabbed him, launched him into the wall and got past to take P7. Louis takes P6. And it is going to be Mucker who takes P7 for the Ferrari, who's on the podium last week, and he gets a few more points this week. Raf, who got absolutely violated on the last lap in the castle section, he takes P8. It is finally time for the sprint free-for-all here in Baku, Azerbaijan. The lights aren't even out, and we're underway. Cautious start from a few cars, and there's a McLaren at the back there who's trying to take the Haas out, I think that was, of Sami. As you see Somboy going slowly, and Louis and Somboy, and Louis is going to try and take Raf out. Can he do it? Not quite. He's somehow forced Raf sideways, but no one is out yet. Not quite sure how. And Somboy, in classic Somboy style, has already decided to go backwards. We'll see how that works out for him. And he should be approaching the pack now. He's getting very close to the race leader. And is that him ahead? No, not quite. There he is. He's missed the first few cars. Can he try and take out some people in the midfield? He's taken out Guga. And Iceblade has also been taken out. And Somboy is out. That's 3 cars that are out in one crash after Somboy went backwards. Gotta respect the tactic from him. And they go very slowly through the castle section. It looks as though they all want to try and take each other out, but they're all just being very cautious about it. Mucker had a little half attempt there on Raf, as Raf's gone for the brake check. And very close. Sami's just about avoided it. As there are 4 cars here in the same part of the track, all looking to try and take each other out. Chaldinho, fastest lap of the race, he is leading at the moment. And Louis is also getting involved. Raf's going to go for it, but he's only taken himself out. It was a bold move. He swerved to try and take out, I think it was Louis, or it might have been the Haas. But he's only taken himself out. That is now 4 cars that are out of the session. And Sami's on for the brake check. Has it worked? Yes, it has. Well, none of Louis' wheels fell off, but it's still a big enough impact to take him out of the race. That is half of the cars already out of the session, and only 5 left now. As Tobo going very slowly there. It looks like he's going to try and take out the Beast, although the Beast, as we know, is very clever in avoiding incidences with back markers and whatever. And Toby is parked in the castle section, and the Beast is just parked behind him, and he's ghosted through. Not sure how he's done that, but is he going to try and take out Tobo? Tobo's lost his front wing now as a result of the collision. Tobo's going to go for it down the inside. The Beast sees him coming and just lets him past. He's got Mucker and Chaldinho and Sami just behind them. Oh, not for long, he's gone past. And these 3, again, looking to try and take each other out, but being very cautious about it. Will any of them be successful? As the Beast, I think, had a puncture there. And they're going very slowly here. Sami, surely something is about to happen. There's no way they can keep doing this for too long. Is Sami going to try and brake check anyone? Is Tobo, as Mucker hits the back of Tobo, and Sami is still leading. And that's a brilliant brake check from Tobo. He takes out Iceblade and the Ferrari of Mucker. 2 cars out in one crash. There's only 3 left now. It's a very nice brake check from Tobo. And now Sami brake checks Chaldinho. Chaldinho is out as well. It is just Tobo and Sami left. And that had been coming. They'd been thinking about trying to take each other out for so long. They've been making half attempts at it. And it has finally happened. 3 cars out in a very short amount of time. It's just Tobo and Sami left. What's going to happen now? Is Tobo going to try and take Sami out? He is! And he's done it! For the first time ever, there's just 1 driver left. You've got to rate that he is pushing quite a lot, and he has backed out of that. I think he would have made it if he did commit to the corner, but you can see why he is being cautious. Well, just 1 last corner to go. Surely he's going to be the only driver to finish a sprint for all to get his 15 points after missing the first race. And he's going along the wall. What is he doing? He's got a puncture, and now he's hit the other wall, and he's out. I'm absolutely lost for words. But despite what it says on the timings there, no one actually finished the race. Meaning that no one gets the 15 points for the sprint free for all. an absolute chaotic weekend in Azerbaijan, and I don't know what has just happened there, but Tobo, after being the last man standing, got a puncture and then hit the wall, and no one gets their 15 points, meaning that Ducky stays as the championship leader after round 3. What a strange race it's been. And that is it for this week. Make sure you stay tuned for next week in Canada, where it should be another amazing race. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.